Hello everybody. Today is the last day of November. I don't know what I feel about like that. This year went by really fast. But today I'm gonna talk about my first tattoo. I don't know why I said that wrong. My first tattoo. So my first tattoo, and the only tattoo that I have, is kind of very special to me. I got it done June 19th of last year, and it was the eve of my dad's anniversary death. My dad passed away on June 20th, 2010, and so with the tattoo, I had designed what I wanted it to look like back in 2010, right after he passed away, but I just never got the courage to go and get it done. And you might be wondering, like, well, why did you wait 7 years? What made the difference then? I was leaving to go to England 2 months later. So that made the big difference of why I did it then than previously before. And so and also I think one of my coworkers at my old job, she had just gotten a tattoo as well, and I'm like, oh well, if I ever get a tattoo, this is what it's gonna look like and this is the meaning of it. And so I was off on a Monday, and so I just like quickly went to the tattoo shop down the street. Well, not really down the street from where I live, but it's close to where I live. And then I just went in and I asked how much a tattoo would be, and I showed them what I wanted the tattoo to look like and where the location of the tattoo would be and how much it would cost. And they said, oh, I think they said like $80 to $100. And then the person said, I have an opening, I just need an hour to get set up. And I'm like, okay, let's do this, because if I didn't do it now, then I probably would have chickened out later on. So I went to the bank, got the money out, went back to the tattoo place, and I had to wait just a couple minutes while she was just finishing getting everything ready. She shaved where the location's at, and it's on my left wrist. So she just had to shave a little bit to get like any hair follicles or whatnot that might have been there. And I think it took less than 30 minutes. I know it was definitely less than an hour that I was there. But I will say I didn't fidget when I got the tattoo done. But there were some parts that definitely did hurt, and if you've ever gotten a tattoo, you kind of might know what I mean. But because I'll show you, because this is the tattoo, and I'll show you a better picture of it later. But it's 6/20/10 and my dad's initials of Charles Edward Reed. The first X right here and the E, they sit on the bone, so that hurt a little bit. I'm downplaying it. Those two really hurt. But I held it together because I'm like, this tattoo has a lot of meaning. I can't like cry with it. And so I got that, and when I showed my mom the tattoo, she's like, okay, that's nice. Because sometimes you get tattoos and sometimes they have meaning and sometimes they don't. So I had always said if I was gonna get a tattoo, it would have a lot of meaning. And this really does, because like I said, 2 months later I was leaving for London and I was gonna be in a different country by myself. And so I always wanted a part of my dad with me, even though I carry his mini diploma from Williamsport area community college. which is now Pennsylvania College of Technology, which is where I went for my undergrad for culinary. And so it definitely helped me in a few instances. For example, when in a month, so not even a month, in like 17 days is the year mark that I was in the hospital prior to Christmas. And any single time I had to go in for a surgery or something, there was like 3 surgeries. One to get the tube put in, one to get the tube taken out, and my gallbladder surgery. And each time, you know, I would say like a quick little prayer, but then I would kiss the tattoo and kind of be like, all right, Dad, watch over me. And so it definitely, you know, reminds me of that my dad is going to be always there with me, whether in spirit or in thought. He's always going to be there with me. And I flat out say the only other tattoo I will get is when my mom passes away, and she will be right underneath my dad. So I will have both my parents with me at all time. My first tattoo. Yeah. Yeah. That's really short. But there might be some people be like, she's a Mormon now. How do they feel about that? A lot of the people that I've met within the church, they'll notice the tattoo and they'll be like, oh, what is tattoo meaning? They'll be like, oh, that's really cool. Like, what? And then I tell them about it and they're like, that's awesome. That's amazing. And I said, if you guys are gonna get a tattoo, let it be meaningful. And I even told some of the missionaries that I met in England, I'm like, when you guys are done, if you get tattoos, do your favorite scripture verse. Because then you will always have a reminder of that verse with you. Whether or not they do it, who knows? But yeah, so this is the only tattoo I have. My older sister Cindy is the only other person besides myself that has a tattoo. She has a butterfly on her hip and a dove on her right wrist, and I was there with that one. But we went to 2 different places to get the tattoos done for that. Because I think the place that she went to get her tattoo is no longer open. I think it's something else. I think they just went out of business. But yeah, that is that. Probably my next video, I know very soon, I know within the next week or 2, I will do a video about my stay in the hospital and what exactly happened. I think there will definitely be a holiday video coming as well. My sister comes in with the dogs, the Goldens, so they will be here. So I will definitely do a video with Byron, maybe with Ada, but definitely with Byron so he can get away from his sister and Brooklyn, have them like up here. Maybe like a cooking video of me baking cookies for the missionaries in London. Shh, don't tell them. They're getting cookies.